Hi everyone. Today we're going to learn how to identify linear relations by looking at a graph, equations, and a table of values. Today's work is going to be in IXL, grade 10, L1. So first of all, when we start to look at graphs of linear relations, as it says in the title, linear relations, we can see that the word line is in the word linear relations. So we're looking for graphs of lines. So let's draw a couple of graphs. We're just going to draw the XY axis. So when you see a line on the XY axis like that, that's a linear relation because it's a line. The line doesn't have to have a positive slope or go up though. The line could also go in a downward direction or have a negative slope. Additionally, the line could be a vertical line or go straight up and down, or the line could be a horizontal line and go straight across. These are all examples of linear relations. Some examples that are not linear relations might look like lines that are curves. That's not a linear relation because it's not a line. This is also not a linear relation. It could be a circle or an ellipse, or something that could be wavy, like this, is also not a linear relation. So these lines are not linear relations. Sorry, these equations are not linear relations because they're not straight lines. Okay, next part. Equations of linear relations. Equations of linear relations. Okay, so an equation of a linear relation looks like y equals mx plus b. This is a linear relation. It could also look like, with some numbers substituted in there, it could be like this. Y equals 3x plus 4 is a linear relation. Y equals negative x minus 2 is a linear relation. Or y equals 0.5x minus 7 is a linear relation. Okay, and now I'm going to show you some examples of what linear relations don't look like in an equation form. Okay, a linear relation does not look like, okay, it would not have an exponent in the equation because that linear relation would look like it would go up. Okay, seriously, so it wouldn't be a line, it would be a curve going up. Another example of an equation not being a linear relation is when the x is in the bottom of the denominator. That's also not a linear relation. So those are what linear relations do not look like in equation form. Okay, the last part is what a linear equation looks like in table form. Okay, so if we make a table of values, which is just x values and y values, and I'm just making these numbers up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the y values could be 6, 8, 10, 12. For it to be, look at a table of values and see if it's linear or not, each x has its own y. It's like each number on the x side only has one partner on the y side. So you can see 1 only has 6, 2 only has 8, 3 only has 10, and 4 only has 12. So that's an example of a linear relations when the x only has one y partner. A not example of a linear relation in chart form might look like I'm just making up x's here. They could be any values. But it could be something like -2, -1, 0, 0, oops, sorry, 0, and 1. So this x only has one partner, this x only has one partner, but look here, there's 2 y partners that are the same, so they don't have a unique partner. So this case is not a linear relation in chart form, and this is a linear relation in chart form on the left side. So in review, we can tell if something looks like a line when we look at a chart. That would be a linear relation. We can tell if something is a line when we look at an equation, or that is a linear relation. Or we can tell if something is a linear relation by looking at a table of values. When each y has only one x partner. Those are all 3 examples of linear relations. Okay, your work today is an IXL grade 10 L1. Good luck.